Okay, Sunday, September the 11th, the dreaded 9/11 in American terminology, and I'm down in Frant, East Sussex, which is only just in East Sussex because another 4 mile and you're in Kent. I'm back down here today doing free walk 19, which is almost 14 miles round to Tunbridge Wells, which is in Kent. It's another Wealden walk, pretty much following the High Weald Landscape Trail and the Tunbridge Wells Circular Trail. Weather's very good at the moment. Very windy though, again, getting the tail end of Katrina, and once again, as with last week, rain is forecast around lunchtime, so I just hope it's not as long or prolonged as last week, because it was a bit of a dampener on the filming. Anyway, this is the reason I've chosen this walk, is because it's almost 14 miles. Evenings are drawing in. I need to get these longer walks done before it gets too dark. So let's press on, see what lies ahead. Okay, following the Ely Grange route described in the text, which is the full walk. As the text describes, that little B road between the station and the entrance to this wood is indeed very busy, even on a Sunday morning at 11:30, which is currently what the time is. Still, that's the end of that, but caution required there. Lovely mixed deciduous wood here. Reference is made in the text to a confusing diversion because of this fallen tree. Well, it looks like it's now been cleared, and I'm assuming that this wider path is the one you follow. Indeed it is, as it brings you out past the gate to the sewage works mentioned in the text. So that's good news. The original path is now back in order. Yeah, as mentioned in the text, the path used to cross this dilapidated wooden stile, and there's a load of notices there that are quite recent actually, dated mid-August, indicating that the footpath has been diverted. So I suggest you follow the text guidance and go up to the lane and follow it that way. Now walking through the Ely Grange Estate, looking back towards Frant, and over there in the distance Tunbridge Wells, I believe. Soon be approaching the highest point on this walk, which is around 179 metres by the church on the map. St Albans, Frant. That looks like a sparrowhawk. Got something there. Anyway, there's the gap in the hedge that we passed through. Further fine view. Now the trees are out of the way. Let's hope the weather stays like this. Very balmy today, despite the strong wind. St Albans Church, Frant, where the clock has just struck 12 noon. You got the George Inn over there, possible early lunch stop. Looks very popular. As I say, I've only been walking half an hour, so a bit early in the day. I'm assuming this is what used to be the old well on the minor village green. Onward journeys over there. So we're now on the Wealden Walks, High Weald Landscape Trail, Eridge Green, 2.5 miles. There's a small telephone exchange. Okay, now in a very windy Eridge Old Park, which I thought was closed actually, because there's a notice on the gate where you turn right, indicating that this permissive path, which it is shut. There's some event going on around the outskirts, people running around the edges. But anyway, I luckily bumped into a marshal who tells me otherwise. That would have caused the problem. Evidence of the strength of the wind as we approach autumn. Very pleasant walking along the edge of Whitehill Wood. Weather's still holding up. Brilliant. Another sign of a cold winter. That tree's absolutely loaded with little crab apples. Yes, as described in the text, heading west. The path towards the lake is indeed quite muddy, as we had quite a lot of rain last night. Well, certainly in London we did. Lovely aroma down here. I think it's a mixture of the ferns and the trees. Predominantly these ferns, I think. Looking across the man-made lake from the footbridge. Now, according to the text, there should be a gate in this deer fence, but I don't see one as yet. In the grounds of Eridge Park. Some workers were constructing what looked like a stage next to the lake back there. I'm just wondering if they have concerts in here. Just make out the larger lake through the trees there. Better views of it here. Probably what you can't pick up on this camera is that the last of the swallows are skimming along this field. Won't be much longer now before they're off. That's the wooden footbridge mentioned in the text. However, you could as easily stay on that gravel track to get to the same point, because once crossing the footbridge you have to turn left and right anyway. Now following the track into Forge Wood. Crossing over this stream with one of those bizarre style kissing gate type things. Well, it's not a kissing gate, it's a stile of a kind. To head steeply up that hill. Nice woodland brook. A lovely Wealden view from the edge of Eridge Green. Wind's picking up. So here we are, Eridge Green, the lunchtime stop. Stood next to the busy A26. I shall go and find the church as per usual, which is en route to the pub anyway, so get the pub filmed. Holy Trinity Eridge. Just in time for lunch. So this is the Neville Preston Gun Free House, the recommended lunchtime stop. As you can see, all newly renovated. Even got its own tractor over there for the kids to play on. Well, this is very pleasant, away from all the traffic noise at the back of the church. I found this little memorial corner, and although that seat is concrete, I do have my foam padding with me as usual, so that being in the sunshine will make a perfect seat. Get the impression from the little monument behind me that all the names, of which there are a number at the back of the seat, and I don't know if you can see them, are something to do with the RAF. As you can see there, it's to commemorate those that died in 39 to 45. Okay, 2 o'clock, lunch has been had. And we're now at Eridge Rocks, managed by the Sussex Nature Reserve, Sussex Wildlife Trust, sorry. This information board tells us that the High Weald is home to the only sandstone outcrops in southeast England, and they support an internationally important community of ferns, mosses, lichens and liverworts. Further views of the sandstone. Lovely and cool in here as well, because it's quite hot now. Apparently there's more than 150 different species of lichens, liverworts, ferns, etc., making this a site of scientific interest. It is lovely in here, it must be said. Not much bird song today, I've noticed. Probably because it's too windy, I don't know. But certainly a number of things falling from the trees now, like conkers and acorns. That's probably down to the wind as well. Great example there of the ferns and mosses that this rock supports. Absolutely coated in moss. And having said that, I couldn't hear any bird song. As we're now hitting coniferous woods, I can hear goldcrests. Just reached the information board about Broadwater Warren Nature Reserve, the RSPB reserve. In front of the large oak, as described in the text. Our onward journey is up there, following that path to the left. Got a tree down in the path up there that I've just had to cross. Point 4 of the text, heading west again with the younger trees on the right. Lovely views of the Weald from near the gate mentioned in point 5 of the text. Just about to go into Birchenden Wood. Still no rain, fingers crossed. But I'd say it's coming. The way this wind's picking up. Delightful woodland walking in Birchenden Wood. Just about to turn left here to have a look at Harrison's Rocks. So here we have them, Harrison's Rocks, regularly used, as you can see there, by mountaineers. No, it's only about 50 foot up. Anyway, object for me is to get down there. Here's the route down through this cleft in the rocks. Delightful, look at that. Ferns, heather, absolutely lovely. Delightful autumn day today. So here we are at the base of Harrison's Rocks. Just stood on the footbridge, heading north up this path here. It's another extensive series of sandstone, but unlike Eridge, this one's actually quite popular with the climbers, and agreement's been made with the BMC and the local councils for people to climb these. In the distance there we just heard the Spa Valley Railway, which we'll be crossing shortly. Annoyingly, there's a train over there that I filmed the other week at Eridge Station, but unfortunately I'm in the trees. Yeah, I can't see it. Information board here about Harrison's Rocks, formed about 135 million years ago. Owned and managed by the BMC, as I mentioned earlier. Here we are with the railway right in front of us. Apparently this was only reopened in 2010, so the train I saw a couple of weeks ago at Eridge would have been quite a recent visitor. Walking through the birchwood of Iton's Wood. Just millions of slim, slender birch trunks with their leaves at the top like a canopy. Lovely. So that wood is Forestry Commission managed. Toilets there in the car park if needed. Here's the kissing gate that we follow back on the High Weald Landscape Trail, half a mile to Groombridge. The weather's still good. So stood on the footbridge across the railway line just outside Groombridge station. Some of the old stock there that the enthusiasts have saved and preserved. So there's a diesel locomotive in there as well, just there. Shame we haven't got one coming up now. In fact, talk of the devil, I do believe I might be in luck for a change. There's an old diesel. Incredible. Looks like one of those things we used to see on the Great Western Railway. Salsa. I wonder. God knows how I remembered that name. Anyway, I'll wait for that to get a bit nearer. Looking northwards, there's Groombridge Station in the distance. And here she blows. Spot of luck. Not the old steam train, but this will do. Yep, a class 33. which isn't a Salsa. It's one of the old trains they used to store at Eridge Green, I seem to remember. Definitely Southern Region stock. St Thomas the Apostle, Groombridge, with a very interesting tower there. Groombridge station from another angle. Just missed that train pulling out, but there you go, not to worry, saw it earlier. There's the suggested tea time spot, the Junction Inn, which currently undergoing refurbishment by the looks of it. I noticed also that when the railways open, there's a tea room there as well, which I think would be preferable. Anyway, just my opinion. Some interesting way markers telling you which way for the trains and which way for the house. Groombridge House, that is, or place. So that's what's left of the River Grom, after which Groombridge is obviously named. That's our onward journey up there through that gate. And this is the moat surrounding Groombridge Place, which looks rather nice. Look at that for a backdrop. Delightful. Some nice redwoods in front. And there's the house. Now seeing way markers for the Tunbridge Wells Circular combined with the High Weald Walk, although that is not the High Weald Landscape Trail. Just about to enter the gardens, or the gardens are on the left rather, to Groombridge Place. Plenty of swallows skimming this field, albeit they're very low, another indicator of forthcoming rain. Just having crossed the footbridge next to what is described as the Enchanted Forest. Must be something they plug at Groombridge Place. Anyway, still a delightful afternoon. Nice row of willow there. Got the railway just over there on the right. Hopefully we'll see a train coming back shortly. Okay, this section past the water treatment plant is very overgrown and narrow. Lots of brambles this time of year. Just about passable. The old willow herb, as I think it's now been discovered to be, dying off, like everything else at this time of year. That's why I'm not too keen on it, to be honest with you. So, just as we approach High Rocks station, unfortunately, whilst walking through the woods behind me, I heard that train returning, so missed that. Anyway, not to worry. So this is High Rocks station, just about to be seen. Not sure what's going on here today, but I'm outside High Rocks Inn and it's absolutely chock-a-block. Move on quickly. Now about to enter the Woodland Trust's Friesland Wood. sandstone outcrops, and hence the name of this place, High Rocks. Looking out across the countryside from the fringes of Tunbridge Wells, now at point 10 in the text, just entered the narrow meadow mentioned there. Rain is definitely coming, but I'm none too worried because I'm nearly done. Delightful. Trains at Tunbridge Wells station. Good advertising hoarding. Wye Vale is now Tunbridge Wells Garden Centre. Small amendment to the text. Now about to enter Tunbridge Wells and Rustall Commons. Walking through a wooded section of Tunbridge Wells Common. Royal Tunbridge Wells no less. It's 5:20. I've now hit the pantiles, or reached the pantiles at Royal Tunbridge Wells. Place that I've filmed before, probably on the Tunbridge Wells Circular, I can't remember. And here we are, still in front of the old corn exchange. So, hasn't rained yet, lovely walk so far as well. Here we have the famous Chalybeate Spring, discovered in 1606. So here we are back at Tunbridge Wells waiting for the 5:45 train. That's free walk 19, Frant to Tunbridge Wells completed. Very nice it was as well. So started about 11:15, it's now 5:45, just over 6 hours. Lovely.